Welcome to another episode of Ananda Marga Dharmacast. This is a podcast series where we explore topics in spirituality using the teachings of Shrii Shrii Anandamurti as the starting point. So today we're going to read from his discourse called The Source of Internal Stamina. I'm going to read a little bit and then we'll comment on it. So he starts off, he says, the question is, how is mental strength increased? And he quotes a very famous few lines given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he said in Sanskrit, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarariva Sahisnuna Amanina Manidena Kirtaniya Sadahari. He said, what that means is you must be more humble than the grass and as tolerant as a tree. And you must give respect to those whom nobody respects. And you will always do the kirtana of the Lord. You will sing the name of God. So this I've actually talked on this subject before many times, but today I was reading this particular discourse and I gleaned some new things about it, because here is the question of how are we going to get mental strength. So usually you think of one of the self-help kind of topics, how to increase your mental strength and your concentration, and there are different prescriptions for that. But here he's turning to a very, which on the face of it seemed like a very devotional topic, but really there's something practical involved here, and I'm going to read a little bit about it and you'll understand, I hope. So he said a person should be more humble than a blade of grass. Grass is such an ordinary thing. People walk on grass and grass endures it. However, that grass contains tremendous life force. Rather, grass has even more life force than human beings. How much strength do animals like cows and elephants get by eating grass? Yet this grass bears the neglect of human beings without showing any reaction. But here it does not say as tolerant as grass, but rather human beings should be more tolerant than grass. He continues, he says, let us suppose someone attacks you. What will you do? Will you grab your rifle and run after them? No. First, see how much tolerance you have. Endure it to that extent that you are able. Afterwards, if the matter goes beyond your capacity to bear, then that is another matter. Now, when you have proven that you have within you enough capacity to endure, then what will happen? Your courage will increase. You have faith that a certain amount of strength is stored within you. This is a very important thing. By practicing tolerance or absorption of the blows that come to us, we actually can gain some strength. And sometimes when we react immediately, we lose that strength. Mahaprabhu, I'm continuing the quotation, has explained the significance of the word sunichena. So with more tolerance than a blade of grass, sing the name of Paramapurusha, O God, and give up your egotism. Then others will sing your praises. And here is really one of the other keys of this particular exposition on this couplet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is that one of the ways of increasing our mental strength, it seems almost ironic, is we have to give up our egotism. And when we give up our egotism, then our real strength will shine, the strength of the soul. And then, he said, others will sing your praises. So that's what this is all about, especially the next line where he says, give respect to those whom nobody gives respect. give respect to those. And this is when we do service to others, we serve the people who are having trouble in life, and we help to lift them up, and we recognize them. And when we do this, our own ego goes away. And this is actually one of the keys of mental strength. So what he said here is tolerance and humility, and really incorporated in there is the idea of service. And when we do all of these things, we gain tremendous strength and stamina. But it's the stamina of the mind, but also backed by the soul of our inner spiritual strength. So this is one of the meanings of this often quoted couplet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that we should be more humble than a blade of grass, tolerant like a tree, give respect to those who nobody gives respect. And then he said he gave another insight into this. He said, Kirtana Sadahari. So here the name of God is called Hari. And why? Hari means someone who steals. He steals from us. So how could you call God a stealer or a crook? No, but the idea is that, you know what? God steals from us. You know, people, sometimes we hold on to our defects, our faults. We don't want to part with them, but we have to empty our mind. We have to empty our memory of all these things that we have done, and we know that we have done. But even somehow, you know, we're possessive. Human beings are possessive creatures, and we possess physical things, we possess mental things, and even the worst mental things, memories that we have, we possess them, and we don't want to give them up. So that's why we sing to God. What kind of God is that? The God who takes away even these defects, these sins in religious parlance, but it's really our demerits, and he takes them away too. So that's what was the prescription of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu many years ago. I mentioned him in the previous thing where Anandamurti said, there was a scholar who found out that pedantry was not the way, and then he went out in the streets to sing the name of God. And that was this man, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he gave those pieces of advice. They're pieces of advice for how to be a spiritual person, but as we see, they're also pieces of advice for how to develop our stamina, our mental stamina too. So very valuable. So that's all I want to say today. And I thank you for dropping by, whether if you're on YouTube watching us in person, or if you're on one of the audio platforms listening to our Ananda Marga Dharmacast podcast, which is available in all the places. So thank you for that. And if you're not yet subscribed, wherever you are, either on the audio or the YouTubes, please subscribe. And if you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up. Only if you like it. I don't want to. Sometimes there are people in the beginning of the video, they say, okay, first thing, give it a like. No, don't give it a like. If it's good, you give it a like. If it's not good, don't give it a like. So if you like it, give it a like. And if you can write a comment, beautiful. So that's all for today. And I'll be back again. And before I go, though, I want to just say Namaskar. It means I salute you with my mind and all the love and cordiality of my heart. Thank you.